I'm Jonathan.
And welcome to Let's Plays Animes,
The channel where we cover
anime,
animation,
and video games.
video games.
And welcome back, not to a My Hero reaction, you thought. But if you clicked on the video title, you already know what it's about. It is about the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Now, I guess I'm biased. For those of you who have been around on the channel from the early days, you know that I just don't F with Dragon Ball Z like that. Let's bleep that. Yeah, we won't with Dragon Ball Z. So, we know that other people on the channel did, but we did not fucks with Dragon Ball Z. So, AKA, I went into this movie with high and low expectations. Like, high because I was like, maybe it'll be as good as the My Hero movie. Low because it's Dragon Ball Z. And they usually have no story that like makes sense. So I guess we'll do like a non-spoilers part, and then we'll let you know, like, click off the video if you haven't seen the movie, because y'all be tripping about that. So the non-spoilers parts, I mean, animation was good. I think they used a lot of CGI. Like, my eyes were like so 3D.
Yeah, it was really, the animation for the movie was really, really good.
Yeah.
They put more budget than I've ever made in my whole entire life into certain scenes.
Man, every scene was like, there's my year's pay.
Straight up.
But I think animation was good. Story sucked, in my opinion. Story, like, in my, like, straight up opinion, just made no sense. Like, they just, like, kept doing this back and forth thing where they're like, this is how this happened. And then when they go back to that, they're like, that's not how that happened. And I'm like, what?
I think it's just because you haven't seen Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It makes sense for a person who's watched Dragon Ball, but it wasn't necessarily, like, terrible. It just wasn't, like, the story still wasn't, like, an absolutely, oh my gosh, captivating, pull you in, amazing story. It was just, oh, okay, this happened.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a mini backstory just to set up for the fact that they were about to fight. Even when they got to the fight, it was like, past the fight, there was like no real story.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, I guess that's what you want to see when you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, half the movie is just like some kind of story plot-ish thing, and then you have like Thick Bae, we call her.
Oh my gosh.
Frieza Squad, thick girl.
Oh my gosh.
The best part of the movie.
Oh my god.
What, 10 out of 10. Sorry, the spoilers. 10 out of 10.
Get out of here.
Freaking, I don't really, like, think anything of that dude that was flying around with her in the car. I don't even know that man's name, bruh.
Oh
like,
my gosh. Of course you don't.
No
one. But he, like, the only way to talk about the story is, like, to go to spoilers, but it did have some story, and it does have the thing that appeases Dragon Ball Z fans of, I mean, massive fight scenes.
One of our friends that went to the movie with us summarized it best, and he said, I love how much time they spent animating characters that don't matter.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, wow, look at this clear. Oh, dead. Like, that character don't matter. Straight don't know this character's name. Oh, this character is serving this character. What's his name? Did they even say his name in the entire movie? Like,
yeah, they like I said, more budget in this movie in like one scene than I've made in my entire life.
I also think that like I'm comparing it a lot to the My Hero Academia movie, because like that movie, when I went to go see it in theaters, was baller. You guys know from my review of that. But I think that like Dragon Ball Z has comedy, but it's usually with Goku. And them doing comedy with the characters that they did it with was like weird for me.
Yeah, it's
like, and then I was really like, you wasted my money.
It's because you don't watch Dragon Ball, man. I'm telling you, if you were invested in Dragon Ball like you were invested in My Hero, you would have enjoyed the movie way more. I guess at this point, let's just move towards the spoiler part, because there ain't really nothing else to talk about outside.
Spoilers.
This is a big spoiler, guys. Spoilers, guys.
If you haven't seen it, click off the video.
Cut off the video. Come back when you watch the movie.
Don't you yell at me because you watch past this part. And then you telling me that I spoiled you.
Don't watch. Don't watch until after. Go watch the movie.
I'll smack you through the comments.
I'll go watch the movie
through the comments and smack.
Come back. Movie. watch this part of the video. Movie, this part of the video.
All right, let's get it. So, I don't know. What part do you want to talk about first? Like, first, I mean, let's talk about Goku's parents.
Yeah.
I shall call him Goku Senior and Videl Senior.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. That's his parents, bro. Videl, time teleported to the past and became Goku's mom. But
oh my god,
that's not real. I know. I'm not a Dragon Ball dude, guys. I promise.
Oh my gosh, she just
really looks like Videl. I was like, this Videl though.
Oh my gosh.
You know, they had the classic Saiyan arc thing. I even think at some parts they showed Nappa's dad. I want to say that was Nappa's dad. They kept showing this one little dude with a mustache that was very similar to Nappa. And he was even kind of talking like Nappa. And I was like, is this Nappa's dad? Like,
possibly. I honestly care about that scene more story-wise than most of the movie. So, like, because, like, I really wish they would make a movie this quality about Bardock himself. Because Bardock was awesome.
Yeah, Bardock seemed tight for, like, the 2 seconds that I saw him.
Yeah, Bardock was hella cool.
Until Frieza was like, yeah! I mean, he didn't even do the scream that they did in the trailers.
No.
I was, like, severely disappointed. And then this man was gathering the Dragon Balls because he wanted to grow 5 inches, or 5 centimeters.
5 centimeters. I almost wanted to walk out the movie theater for that. That was like, I was like, what the heck? Like, I want 5 centimeters, bro.
Yeah, and then they were like he had his servant be like, "Oh, sir, you want immortality?" He was like, "Nah." "You want to make all your enemies disappear?" "Nah." And then his other servant's like, "I know what he wants. He wants to grow." And then he's like, "Oh, you got me." I'm pretty sure the Japanese part he brought,
oh
like,
my gosh.
Yeah, I want to grow in height. I mean, that would have been funnier to me if they had the Japanese Frieza laugh, because that's OD.
Oh my gosh.
But
Frieza was just petty the whole movie.
Yeah, that man was being a little bit the entire movie, bro.
The whole movie being
even
petty,
when he just straight up killed Broly's dad.
That was
Paragus went out so pitifully.
Like, I honestly just only have 2 gripes about the movie. I really wish they would have gave us an actual Ultra Instinct scene.
Oh yeah, same.
And then beyond that, I wish Paragus' dad didn't just get accidental side playing immediately. Like, it was just so slick, grossed over. He just died. He just got killed by Frieza.
Straight up, if y'all have seen the Jump Force gameplay, like the demo, I was watching some this morning. Freaking, you know how much damage the death beam does that Frieza does? Yeah. It was over for Paragus.
Yeah, Paragus just straight died.
And then I thought he was just like injured or something. Nah, that man just straight.
Yeah, because it even showed like doom doom. I was like, oh, he put him in a temporary death. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty tight, Frieza. And then after that, he did that, and then I was like, all right, cool. After the scene was done, they stopped fighting, they wished him away, and then I was like, all right, cool. Where's Paragus' dad? I mean, where's Broly's dad?
Where's Paragus?
Dead.
He's
actually dead. Okay. You just graced over that.
That's also another reason why I can't really heavily mess with Dragon Ball movies like that, because I just don't feel like there's a danger aspect. Like what ramps up movies for me, especially when they're anime based and they're like shonen based, is like you're like, oh my god, bro, if this character doesn't win, he's dead. He's about to die. But in Dragon Ball, it's like you die, like they're just in another world and you can just bring them back, or you can talk to them or go see them. In Goku's case,
I mean, it depends upon the rules of that case. Like, for instance,
if they've already used the Dragon Balls to wish them back, they can't.
If they've already used the Dragon Balls to wish you back, if you died of natural causes, you can't be wished back, so on and so forth. Like, but
then there's like people like Whis that can just be like,
yeah,
you're alive.
But Whis doesn't do that often at all.
Fair enough.
Because he's the guy that, like, as you saw, he just didn't get involved the whole movie.
I just feel like it's like the aspect that he can do that I'm like, because I know that like in some situation, well, like let's say that like Goku died in the movie and they like shot a beam through Goku's stomach and he was like falling on the ground, tripping, coughing up blood, and people are like, no, and they're no, Goku not like this.
Yeah,
I would be like, I would be like, he's got to live somehow.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You know, main character. Like, that's the same. You could take that to My Hero. If Midoriya got shot in his chest, you know.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Like, Goku's Midoriya.
I guess let me make a different example. Like, even if it was like, I don't know.
Like, it's just that they do have main character plot armor in Dragon Ball. Way more than they do in My Hero. But also in My Hero, the main characters don't really get effed up like that.
Yeah.
But... Again,
I also think the My Hero movie was longer. This movie was like an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think the My Hero movie was like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Maybe.
They developed like an entire story, like arc.
That's
like,
what I was about to say.
The
My Hero movie is it was definitely more story based than this movie. Dragon Ball Z is like that movie was a bunch of homage to people that love Dragon Ball Z and loved Broly specifically and wanted Broly to be part of the universe.
Literally a bunch of chants. Jita! Jita!
I was like, what the fuck? That album's hot. Y'all should check that album out. That album's hot.
You know, freaking soundtrack that was playing while they were fighting, like, I literally had no idea what was going on. I was like, are they saying Gogeta? Like, are they cheering for Vegeta? like, what are they saying? Like, and it was weird because when they were doing attacks, it did like, maybe it only did this in the dub, but it was like this weird echo effect, like, come out. It's like, it was almost like so blended out that you're like, what attack is he using? Like, I need him to like enunciate like what's going on. Because there was a point where like Goku did something and he like froze Broly, and there was a name to that move, but it just sounded like,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, what move was that? Like. Yeah. I was like, what is that? And then Broly just was like, oh yeah, bro, I'm Monoma, bro. You touch me, I steal your moves.
He definitely did say, I can learn that move too. Now let me do it to you.
Yeah, I also feel like Broly had like a Kefla status. Like he was just learning stuff too fast. Yeah. Like just through fighting in the one fight, I was like,
yeah, I mean that's what Kefla is. Kefla is their universe's legendary Super Saiyan, even though they don't call it that. Because notice I
no, that's freaking the other girl.
Yeah.
Kale.
So
Kale
you're thinking of Khalifa.
But yeah, people were mad. Oh yeah, Khalifa.
Because Kefla is the fusion.
Is the fusion? Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of Khalifa. Yeah, so people were like really mad that she just like learned Super Saiyan 2. Like I know all the things that people were mad about, like Tournament Power.
Yeah.
And all that. That she was just like learn Super Saiyan 2, when it took like Gohan and Goku these intense like. Blah blah. In Vegeta's case, I wanna be a Super Saiyan.
I don't understand why they were mad about that when Goten and Trunks just came out the womb being Super Saiyan, so they can just cry me a river.
Yeah, I mean, Gotenks came out like the fusion being Super Saiyan 3.
Oh yeah, the fusions are a different story entirely.
Really?
You saw how he went Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, but I thought since Vegeta, I feel like since Vegeta and Goku can both do it, then it would be typical that they could.
But fusions are a different world.
Yeah, because like Trunks and Goten, they can just go Super Saiyan 1.
Yeah.
And then they were like, Super Saiyan 3, and I was like, but where's 2?
Yeah,
but where's the other ones?
Super fusions are seriously just a different world in general. They're like
fusions are broke.
They're their own being.
Gogeta, once they. I also had a huge problem with, maybe they were doing it to cut down on time. Actually, I know they were doing it to cut down on time. But, the way they learned the fusion dance, it was, in an hour. I'm pretty sure, even in GT, even though GT wasn't canon, but, it took them longer. And it also took the kids longer to learn the fusion dance.
GT is not canon. It is canon because of Xenoverse. Xenoverse, everything is canon.
Really?
Yeah, because of the game Xenoverse. Because Xenoverse is canon, everything is canon. Because it's just different.
Oh, so GT is canon.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
It's just that we're watching the Super.
But yeah, it took you can argue they're kids, they're adults, but I don't think learning a move, if you think about me trying to learn the fusion dance, learning how to put your fingers at the right direct angle, I feel like that would take more than just an hour.
I mean, but to be fair, do think about it. It was 2 people that had to learn it versus Goku knows how to do the dance. Vegeta.
Oh, you're right, actually. Yeah. Because they did show Goku's angle was right. It was 45 degrees, and Vegeta's angle was 60 or whatever.
Yeah, he was just Vegeta was just messing up, and sometimes their fingers didn't match and sync up. But Goku knows how to do that.
They did the typical Gotenks thing where they're fat form first, skinny form second, and then perfect third.
Yeah.
But yeah, once they went Gogeta, there was like no problem.
Yeah, straight up.
That man was like untouchable.
I really wish they would have gave us an Ultra Instinct, like, because
I was hoping to see Ultra Instinct Gogeta, but that would have been OD.
Yeah, that would have been that one. I didn't really.
I didn't understand the power scaling before I saw like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and like once I saw, I mean, first of all, when they went into Gogeta, I almost feel like Gogeta didn't even have to go blue. He could have stayed Super Saiyan and been like whooping Broly.
Technically, yeah. Gogeta is like literally just fusion's a whole nother beast, bro. Like when you fuse, you become like a being that's ridiculous, as you saw.
I think it's like 10 times they said more powerful or something.
If even that, man. Like it's some ridiculous,
stupid scaling.
Yeah, it's ridiculous scaling. They're ridiculous, more powerful, and they shouldn't be a thing, but Big Daddy came and saved the whole entire universe.
This man said Big Daddy.
That's what we call the boy, Super Saiyan.
That's true. And then also Goku did his little thing at the end where he's like, "Hey, you want to be friends? Brought you a house and some housewarming presents, a senzu bean, if you will."
I like he went and said, "Hey, what's up?" to them and became friends with Broly versus like.
Also,
I really like Broly being personal in this movie versus being the insane maniac that we remember from the other Broly movies.
I almost prefer the other Broly that was just his reason in the other movie was stupid. Where he's like, yeah, you cried too much. You cried too much. But I mean, like, I was literally hoping that they brought back the same, like, English voice actor for Broly, and I was going to hear, Kakarot! Bro, that would have been baller, bro. That might have made Broly actually, because, like, Broly was, like, doing this passive-aggressive thing, which I guess is his character, but, like, he was literally, like, doing, like, the abridged thing. Like, how they have him in the bridge where, like, they talk to him and, like, hey, Broly. Hey. Like, why are you doing that? And then, like the instant he has a problem, your nigga got a problem. like, what is going on? I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly because Broly. They even said it. The two said it. Broly doesn't care to fight, but his dad and people command him to fight, and that's what he's been raised for his whole life.
Well, it's not even that. It was just like the intelligence level. Like Broly seemed. Like, when they landed on that, like, stray planet or wherever, and he couldn't find Broly wasn't in the capsule, I mean, that was instincts that he was, like, surviving, but he seemed pretty smart. Like, Kid Broly knew what was going on.
I mean, kind of. He just seemed primal. Like, he didn't seem like Vegeta Raditz when they showed them smart.
Oh, yeah. They were looking like some little fuckboys.
I think that they inject the Saiyans with, like, some type of intelligence thing, some type of growth thing to make them like mature faster inside of those.
It might be that liquid, whatever's in there, just like how in the Namek arc, I believe it was, like the revitalization chamber or whatever.
Revitalization chamber, I think that they inject them with some type of smarts, but the thing is that
they probably inject the royal families with more.
Yeah, but Raditz not part of the royal family.
Well, they were treating him like he was.
No, I don't think so.
Well, because remember when he was like, remember when he was in the squad with Vegeta and he was like, he was like, didn't you have a brother to Vegeta, which is like Tarbo's someone or whatever. Yeah. And he was like, oh well, if he got blown up, he got blown up. He was like, didn't you have a brother? He was like, yeah, but he was just a filthy lower class Saiyan. So he was inferring that he himself is not a lower class Saiyan.
Yeah, but that's just
he's not royalty. Like he was probably like.
He definitely is a normal class. He's definitely a higher class.
Which is weird because when he gets to planet Earth, when we get introduced to him, he's so weak. If you think about like everything, he's just so weak.
Oh, he's definitely weak compared to the scale of the end Dragon Ball. But keep in mind, when he came to Earth, he's literally whooping their ass when he first got there. It took both Piccolo and Goku to beat him. that was like, a different scale.
Hold him!
That was a different scale of power.
And I guess Gohan, if you count that.
Oh, yeah. The Gohan getting
headbutted the crap out of that man.
Headbutted the shiza out of him. Yeah. So, yeah, overall, the movie was a good movie. It just wasn't, like, I am not a fan of Dragon Ball Super. I legit hate Dragon Ball Super. I haven't watched most of it. Like, I've only watched Lyric close to the end of Tournament Power. I know everything that has happened because my friends have told me, so I've checked out certain parts of it. But I, in general, just do not like Dragon Ball Super because of how Goku and the characters have changed. They're different characters from the characters that I know. And, like, but that doesn't... This Super movie didn't super buckle down on the parts from Super I feel like it actually kind of touched on the manga, because I've also read some parts of the manga because they talked to me about the manga part, so I go look those up and read those. And it seems like they brought some things from the manga into the Super movie, which is pretty cool. And there's this video that talks about Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan Blue. You guys should go check that video out. Slight plug to them, whoever that dude is. I forgot. His videos are awesome. But check that video out. And this movie seems like it was that. Like it was just hinting at that, because they talk about how Broly's using Ozaru power within his transformations, which is Super Saiyan 4 pretty much, but we're not going to call it Super Saiyan 4 because I guess it's not.
Right.
And they're using Super Saiyan Blue, which if you kind of look at the scale of power, Super Saiyan Blue is God Ki. That's way beyond.
Yeah.
But he's challenging them with this Ozaru 8 form power, and that's why he keeps getting bigger in body, because he's Ozaru powering up.
There was like one scene.
He was fucking huge.
Yeah. There was one scene where he was trying to stomp on Goku. I was like, why do you get this big? they had them next to each other, and Broly wasn't that big. And then they went to the next scene, and Broly was like, and then it like literally looked like one thigh was Goku. Right? Like I was like,
and
what
Goku was like rolling away.
Yeah, Goku was like, bruh.
And man, like that's a scene of where, like, in general, that scene of where he was fighting Goku and Super Saiyan God is even more of a reason to where I was like, why isn't Ultra Instinct in this movie? Because he literally was about to kill my boy Goku. Like when he was slamming him back and forth, and then like it's like, okay, and then
they straight stole that from the Hulk. Yeah, he would get smacked. I was like, Loki's watching this from somewhere.
So yeah, and then he got smashed, and when he got final slammed, and then his eyes went white, I was like, oh, now's the time.
He said, now's the time. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah, straight up, I was like, where's the music? Like,
also when they like broke reality, whatever that part was at the end, I wish they would have like seen Jiren, or like somehow burst into Jiren's universe, and Jiren would have been
seen the
like,
other universes.
Hold up.
Like I wish that at least have like in the little, like they could have just made it like mirror.
Because that would have been cool. Because that would have been able to show, like, for whatever series they do next, that they can just actually bust into other universes.
Yeah, that'd have been definitely cool. Like it'd just been cool to even just have homage to the other universes, because this is Dragon Ball.
Because people definitely wanted to see like Jiren.
Yep,
in this
100%. I'm positive people want to see.
People want to see like Jiren versus Broly. Yeah.
So.
But anyways, guys, that has been our review on the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I hope you guys go see the movie. Definitely not saying don't check it out. I'm a big supporter of the fact that you have to see something to have an opinion about it. So don't go see it and be like, it's trash because all these YouTubers said it's trash. Just actually go see it. If you like Dragon Ball Z, I'm sure you'll like the movie. We just don't like Dragon Ball Z that much. Or I don't like Dragon Ball Z that much. John said he doesn't like Dragon Ball Super that much.
Yeah, I hate Dragon
Ball
Super.
I just don't like Dragon Ball Z that much in general, because it just doesn't really interest me story-wise. But yeah, that's been the video. If you guys haven't already, I forgot to say this in the very, very beginning, but be sure to subscribe and comment down below. Yeah, thumbs up the video. Comment down below letting us know what you thought of this video. And yeah, check out all of our additional things down below. Got some streaming coming on either YouTube or Twitch. And then we also have the Patreon down below if you guys want to support the channel a little more. But with that being said, that's been the video. This has been Josh.
This has been John.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace guys.